All right, Trevor, can we start there?
Yeah, absolutely.
What have you thought about Trevor so far? How's he kind of integrating himself into this new offense?
Yeah, he's been great. Like I said earlier, he just he comes each day with a plan to get better and improve, and learn the system, be able to establish it, and be able to incorporate it on the field, use it on the field in the pre-snap, and understanding all the checks we're asking him to make, all the things with the offensive unit, and then as he's doing that, getting comfortable with the receivers in terms of all the new concepts, the new routes, and the new terminology. So there's a lot on him right now, and he's done a great job each day going out, taking the information, applying it on the field, and then as he's doing that, he's gotten to a point where he's playing fast on the field too, even from day one when he first walked out there. So I think that's been the real impressive thing, to see his tools come to life that quickly, at that position.
He mentioned that this offense is kind of different than the other offenses that he's played in so far through his NFL career, and how it has answers for a lot of different things.
Yeah.
How much I guess, does that put extra importance on the install phase you're going through right now to make sure he has like that perfect grip on the playbook?
Yeah, it does. It just gives the offense a little more flexibility in terms of getting ourselves in the call we believe to be successful in any given situation. And so it puts more on the players in the front end, particularly the quarterback, in terms of learning it so he can apply it when he gets out there and sees specific looks. And Trevor's done an unbelievable job in terms of taking all that in and then applying it on the field to get us in the right calls, to get us in what we want to be. And so while doing all those things, and also being able to perform with the football in terms of throwing it and accuracy on top of that, is something that stuck out to me, that's this quickly in the process. To see that has been fun.
So you see like the arm talent.
Yeah. You see it every day you walk out there, and for him to take all those things and then go ahead and use it on the field and throw a couple balls with anticipation that look covered, and all of a sudden it's open and then running in stride, and you see things on the practice field that he can do that are pretty amazing in terms of with the football. So that combination of what he's done in terms of the system, establishing it with the offense, getting in rhythm with the guys, and then using his tools out there has been fun through this whole offseason.
This is like the third offense he's learning, I think. How challenging is it for a quarterback when he hasn't really had that stability early on in his career, where it's been a kind of a lot of changes here in Jacksonville around him?
Yeah, something could be said for that in terms of changing systems, but it also could be his exposure to that much more maybe volume of offense, and way other guys have seen the game and ways other teams have attacked teams, gives him another perspective of, I kind of remember this, or here's something that was similar that I know now, and it helps him maybe grasp this offense a little bit more. And now he's played so much ball, he's had so many snaps, college and pro, and seeing these defenses, and so he's a very knowledgeable. Him and I just love sitting down and talking football with him, and just you can talk to him about a concept and he can pull it right in his mind. The other day it was like the Giants game a few years ago, I had this exact one, and we hit this guy coming in on this. So I enjoy that piece of it, because he has played in this role for quite a long time now in this league, and that's the fun part about it. Is yes, he's taken in a whole new system, but there are some things that he knows, and he knows the concepts, and now it's a matter of getting all the terminology and just applying it as he's out there.
How is he, just doing from getting that stuff down? I know it's one thing to get it in the classroom, it's another thing to get it out on the field. Like how is he doing from the application standpoint, getting it out there?
Yeah, I think that's the first thing that stuck out to me is, or one of the early things was his ability to know it in the classroom and see it and talk through it, and then get in a competitive period and watch it be fast, right away, instead of coming back and saying, oh yeah, that's what it was. Instead of just, he's taking that information, he can speak it in the classroom, but then getting right on the field, that's two totally different things, especially at the quarterback position, in terms of the drop, the read, the snap, the pre-snap adjustment, the protection adjustment, and then doing all that fast right away, I thought was a great thing to see. And having the command to go out and talk through that with the offensive unit in the huddle at the line of scrimmage, snap with the football, and then have his arm dictate where the ball's gone, which has been impressive.
Has he been about? Okay, you jump in there. Has he been about what you expected him to be? When you took the job, you say, "Oh, I'm going to work with Trevor Lawrence." Did you know what to expect? Has he been that, or has there been, something
Yeah, I mean, I kind of had watched him in college here and there, and we played here when I was in Arizona in 21.
Yep.
And I happened to flip on that game. I don't know when I first got here, just to watch it. And he made some throws in that game that were like, whoa, And you could kind of see that. I think the game was close. We might have went down at halftime, and he was a rookie that season. And so you see that ability, and then you kind of get on the practice field with him. You take him through all the system, all the things in the room. And his quickness and ability to let his tools show while using the new system is fun to watch, and that's what he's done. And now he's just building that rhythm with the receivers and the tight ends within the system. It may be the same route that he's thrown before to someone else, but different way we're calling it, different formation set that we're in, different timing, different backside concept. So it's taking that, getting used to everything around him now, all the 10 other guys, and so that definitely had followed his career, and in terms of not knowing the guy, now knowing the guy, he's just been an unbelievable person. That's just who he is each day. He's a joy to coach each day. He wants to improve each day, and he's great in the room, on the field. So I can't say enough good things about working with him.
That was the Agnew kick 6 game.
That was.
Yeah, that was that
I remember
one.
that.
Yeah, that's the play that stands out there.
We kicked a long field goal that was probably a little too long in terms of taking an attempt, and then they caught it and returned it. We lost our guard because he went to go try to tackle him and he blew out his back.
Oh.
Starting guard, Justin.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then I also remember because I was up in the booth, and for whatever reason the stadium actually came alive because you guys scored.
It was a rough year that year. That was the one thing.
We got to run down to halftime.
Trying to get downstairs.
And the door was locked, so we were locked in the booth. So we're like locking to get out.
Can you let us out?
So that was my only memory of being at this stadium. Was that kid
getting locked in the
watching
booth.
Trevor throw some dimes on touchdowns and then getting locked in the booth.
Well, hopefully no one will lock you in the booth this go. That's funny.
They're about to get a new stadium.
Yeah,
so maybe
that'll fix that problem, maybe.
Yeah. What? I have one question. Just what's the challenge, I guess, for Trevor? Liam sort of talked about him learning more footwork things or different footwork things, different drops. What's the challenge for a quarterback there, or is that sort of just a natural progress that you would have in any system?
Yeah, it could be. A lot of times it's any system, and I think more so than the challenge, just the time on task that you have out on the grass and going through it, different than walking through it on your own, where now I'm going ahead and doing it, I'm comfortable with it, and now I got to apply it with the 10 other guys around, the receivers I'm throwing to, and put it in full speed motion. And it's one thing to take those things in the meeting room and be able to verbalize, and yes, I'm 3 and a hitch here, or I'm 3 plant, or I'm a little more rhythmic on this drop compared to this one, and then go out and actually apply it. And I think that's the great part about working with him, is he's very, he uses a lot of self-evaluation. He'll come right over and talk and say, hey, I could have been a little quicker, I could have been a little more, set this way on that one. And so he's constantly doing that because he wants to improve each time, and that's all you can ask for as a coach. It's just great to work with.